Hello,
besties.
dazzlers, and everyone in between and around.
Welcome to So Rude.
Oh my God, I'm here with the sexy Sabargo.
And today I'm here with the traveler, Dion Yorkie. Because
she's a
where are
world
we,
traveler.
Diongo?
We are in a boat port. What does one call this?
A boat port. Is it a boat port? Oh, a pier.
Pier.
We're in a pier of it all.
It
appears to be that we have taken So Rude on a boat to the pier.
It's really cool how we can just set up the pod and go.
I know. Hopefully the audio is really good.
Yeah, we'll talk extra clear into the mic today.
If you hear any background noises, because we're in a pier, y'all, in the middle of Thailand. Cheers.
Can we take a moment? If you're watching on video, you can get full video podcast episodes from all 3 seasons on patreon.com/sebasdion. I'm drinking a cute pail of mango. It's magical.
I know, it's a little mango smoothie with more mangoes on top. And when I was getting it,
with the
girl in front of me got a pineapple mango thing, and on top of it was like a pineapple mango banana. Oh no, it looked gorgeous.
It's like drag queens when the hairpiece is like a whole sculpture.
Like
George's with the weed sculpture.
It was giving that.
Very nice.
Like, these are very camp. I just got a regular latte with soy milk. Because I don't know, tell me over there, people that are listening to this that are smart. Is it true that soy milk, because like I made this conclusion that soy milk, it has soy, so it has estrogen, so it helps you not lose your hair.
Oh.
Is it true or not?
I don't know.
True or false?
Isn't like too much soy milk for guys, you start growing boobies like you're on hormones?
Yeah, so they say that. So that's why I'm like, well, maybe a little bit of soy milk counteracts that genetic thing that makes you go bald.
Okay, which is nice. And it kind of makes sense because
we've been vegan and we eat a lot of soy, and then our hair is gorgeous.
Yeah, like I have noticed my hair is receding slower than my brother's. I thought that was just because the inner diva was, staying strong.
But yeah, it's because you're vegan, no? I think so. Let me know if this makes sense or not. I'm a nutritionist out there.
And I'm not vegan right now. Fully.
But that's why I'm still eating soy, so.
It's been a nice 8 months off the veganism around, but after this trip, I'm going to go back to it for a while.
It's just
difficult.
It really helps with the muscles of it all. Like,
I'm really enjoying the body transformation. So that's why I want to do keep eating while we're being healthy and working out every day for the honeymoon, and then go back to it for 2 months and see if my muscles remain.
Yeah, a detox of it all.
Right. But I mean, it is also the expenses of it all. Food prices are going up everywhere, so being vegan gets even more difficult when you're trying to have large protein intake.
And I do notice I get full so much faster. When I'm vegan, I'm eating everything I see. Whereas right now I've been I eat and I'm like, why can I not eat more?
And what about your energy levels? Because I was really struggling while I was vegan with feeling tired all the time, and that has completely gone away.
I don't know. I feel like it changes for me because when I first went vegan, I felt more tired, but that was because I wasn't eating enough. Then after a while of being vegan, I felt very energized.
I guess that's it. Being vegan, you really have to be on it with eating enough.
Yeah.
And if you're not...
Yeah, and then when I started eating meats, in the beginning, I felt so tired because my body was processing so much meat that I wasn't used to it. So I was I would eat it and I'd be like, oh my God, I can't move. But now I think I'm back in a good place.
But we're not vegan right now, so.
No, energy wise.
Right. For sure.
But yeah.
We wanted to pop in because
there's
things we have to talk about.
Yeah, but we're going to get to the hot gossip after we continue talking about because we left off in our honeymoon stories.
Right. So if you don't know, in the previous episode, we touched a little bit on the Taylor and Billie feud. So we will get into that later on.
There's a lot of things to say. I have a lot of things to say.
As an independent artist, I have some curiosities. I'm a little angry.
Yeah, and before, I've talked about Billie before. I never was a hater, but I never was a lover. I never was a super fan. But this past week has just showed me why I felt so icky about her.
Yeah, it's giving where's the gratitude for everything you've had, the huge success you've had in your career from the jump.
And where's the
Like,
genuineness of it
exactly.
all?
Like, you just got a Grammy and had some of the biggest success from an artist of your age with the whole Barbie movie, and like, I just don't understand the need to be doing what is happening.
But we'll get to that juicy detail in a second. Because before, let's get into some sweet tea about our honeymoon.
The honeymoon's still going. I had someone actually ask us, they're like, so how long is this honeymoon? Wait, let me read it. You talk while I
Well,
check
the
comment.
honeymoon stage exactly lasts as long as you want it to last.
Yeah,
But
like, we kind
this
of make an
honeymoon
effort
trip-
to stay romantic.
Yeah, but the honeymoon trip lasts a long time as well. No, because we hadn't, like, we've traveled before, like, since the pandemic, we've traveled, but, like, mainly, like, to Mexico, Orlando, and
Can I read the question real quick?
that's it. One sec, let me finish this thoughts. Mexico, Orlando, that's it. Oh, well, read the question, because...
Yeah. Carmen asked, but how long will your honeymoon last? What? A long honeymoon? Well then, be very happy and eat partridges. What's a partridge? You are like Romeo and Juliet.
Oh,
What's
Except
a
they
partridge? Like a
don't.
partridge in a pear tree? What is that?
a partridge and a pear tree.
I thought a partridge was like a bird.
I think so. Or maybe because we're not vegan, we're eating partridges.
So yeah, at first I felt like they were coming for us for having a long honeymoon, and I was gonna be like, hey girl,
Mind your
like,
business.
we worked hard for this. We're enjoying our honeymoon. Let us be. And I was gonna say, like, work smarter, not harder. We traveled a long flight to the side of the world. That's an expensive flight. So we just thought, why not get a lot of things seen before we go back home? I think it's just a smart way of doing it.
Yeah, like also like we're very blessed that we can work from home. Like we can work from
Exactly.
anywhere we are. And that's the thing that I was getting to. Like we traveled after the pandemic just like to Mexico
To see your family.
and Orlando. And like, but like we've never really taken advantage of how we can travel from anywhere in the world, because a lot of like creators and people that do online businesses, they take that into advantage and they're
And make
like,
it a
"Oh,
lifestyle."
I'm just gonna travel anywhere I want 24/7 because they can work from anywhere." And we've never really done that because we had like things going on, like we had the wedding and everything.
Music, we have our
So,
babies.
Yeah, our dog and our cat, which is like,
But
I
it's
feel
also
like it's
just-
always so hard to leave them.
Yeah, it's also just like allowing ourselves a moment, I think, like I said, like I've been creating YouTube videos since like I was like so young.
Yeah.
I feel like we both have and are very hard workers. We went to like university while we were still working online. So I think this is really the first time. We're still working every day, but it's still the first time where we've given ourselves a chance to explore the world. So why not make it a long trip?
Yeah, and then like also like to just be with each other, because we've done
Yeah.
trips to a lot, but with other people.
Always,
And
we
right
noticed
now-
like as a couple, we were always putting the needs of others first when we travel.
Yeah.
So it's nice to like, just have us time.
Yeah, and be like, okay, so what do we want to do today? And it's like so refreshing, like to do just what we want.
Especially as like
Relax.
a queer couple, we've talked about this before.
Mhm.
It's like sometimes we feel like people don't really respect us as a couple because we're queer the way they would treat a straight couple.
Yeah.
It's like, for instance, like giving us the couch to sleep on when the other straight couples get the bedrooms.
Yeah, things like that.
Things like that.
Things like that.
Things like that.
Yeah, because that's so interesting. Like, because like when it's like couples, like straight couples, they're always like, okay, so they get this room because they're a straight couple. They get this room because they're a couple.
They need privacy.
And then they're like, okay, you can take the bunk.
Hey,
bitch.
you guys are like besties, right?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, they're homies, right? I'm like, that's just a TikTok.
Get the branding down, sweetie.
No, but it's been really nice to just like travel with you and become even closer.
I love.
And love you.
Yeah, I feel like what's the word in the Taylor song? It's like gossip or something. It's like gossip makes something.
but brings them closer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, but it's really nice. Yeah, like, and yeah, since we were already back all the way in Thailand, we were like, okay, then maybe we can take like another flight to Europe afterwards and just make it a 2-month trip instead of just going once all the way to Thailand and then back and then going all the way to Europe and back, because it does feel like we are in a way making it less flights than we
Yeah, we're saving
would
coin.
have. Yeah.
It's genius. And we talked about like the Thailand thing was something like we got interested in like while we were planning our wedding, but we've been talking about wanting to do a Europe trip for a long time since we like met each other basically.
It's been a long
So it was
time
it just kind of happened where we're like, let's put it together. it's like or like we said, we're leaving our little babies, so we're not gonna leave them for a month and then go see them and then leave for a month again. Like, that's torture.
Because in Torture Poet, initially I was going to I saw this thing on Black Friday that was for like an airline that you could get like this ticket that was like $2,000 each, and it was like 5 trips in 1 year, and it was river. It was like 1 to Thailand, 1 to Tokyo,
yeah.
but it was like the dates. It had to be in certain dates and everything. And Dion was like, why don't we just do a 2-month long honeymoon instead of that one? Because that one seemed like crazy.
Like dragging us everywhere.
Yeah, and like 5 times.
And this one Seb made like the perfect route. It's
yeah,
been
really
so
did
seamless.
make the perfect itinerary.
You've unlocked a new business talent.
Yeah, if y'all need help planning your trips, let me know. Because like
Seriously.
the Thailand trip, I thought it's gonna feel so hectic and rushed, but we've been travel girlies.
So good. Like the way Seb did it, he picked out like, okay, doing that would be a little out of the way and like too stressful, so we'll cut that. We'll do this one because it makes sense with this, and everything's been so beautifully cohesive.
Yeah, and it's like step by step. We're like, okay, now we go here, and like we're changing hotels a lot, but it doesn't feel crazy, which I feel like is from the packing boxes that we got, honey.
We do hype those up. It's true.
No, but and also I did realize, like I've been realizing in the triple. Firstly, I realized that it's okay to relax. Because I'm always telling them, like, okay, what should we do now? What should we do now? Where should we go? And then I was like, well, we can just be.
And it comes with, like, giving ourselves time to also work. Like, we're still working while we're here. So, you know, we are also on our honeymoon. So recognizing let's have some time to relax as well.
Yeah. And also, because I've always been a greedy bottom in the sense that, like, even when I was going, like, to parties when I was a kid, I remember my mom was telling me that I'd always want to do it all in the parties. I'd be like, okay, we have to do the piñata, we have to do the cake, we have to get the party favors, we have to do the clown. I've always wanted to do everything. So, and here I've realized that, okay, maybe like you can't do everything that you have on your checklist, but there's always next time we can come.
Exactly.
Because it's like, I don't want to tire myself to like...
Yeah, it's the same with like social media and stuff. I feel like I wake up in the morning, if I look at my phone right away, I'm stressed. And that's because like you have all these things with like media coming at you.
Yeah. And
like, so I went to the gym this morning, and for 20 minutes I found myself really struggling not to look at my phone. And I'm like, you need that time with just yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, because social media really is like
bam, bam, bam. For sure. And thank you so much, Carmen, for that comment. If you guys want to drop some more comments, we will definitely answer them in future pod episodes.
Yes, honey. And then also, well, like, so last episode we were talking about Chiang Mai. And then we talked about your finger, Koh Samui.
She's healed, God bless.
Koh Tao.
Okay.
And now, do we head to?
We're heading to. Well, we don't need to say where we're heading to.
No, that we said that we're heading to Puket.
Yeah, but we're going to talk about Puket.
Oh, we're going to talk about
because that's the only thing we have to talk about, right?
I know, it's true.
But we just won't say where we're going.
Sure. Oh my god, yeah, because there's a lot of things to talk about. Puket.
Holy shit.
So we were in Puket this past week. And my first impressions, we got here and it was late. It was like 6 p.m. and it was very cloudy.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like, I couldn't really see the town, you know?
Right. Yeah, when we arrived, where our hotel was also in an area where there wasn't much going on that street. So we're like, oh, okay. Like, is this going to be cool? Huh. We were not ready.
Yeah. Like, because even, like, we went out walking. We went out walking that night? No, and we were like, huh.
Yeah, we did. We were struck by the skill level it took to cross the road.
Oh, yeah.
There's no pedestrian sign to let you go.
You just have to guess when you have to cross. We're like, but now we're dangerous.
Yeah.
But then the next day we woke up and I was a changed woman. Like, it's so beautiful. Puket, I loved it. We went to the big Buddha temple.
Okay, so let's start there. That was so cool.
Oh, yeah. So, well, first of all, we're having breakfast at the hotel the first day. And I just hear this random lady go in the restaurant and she's like, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Good morning. How you doing? So everyone, and I'm like,
she was like this magical little lady.
I'm like, who is this quirky individual? And I'm just hearing her talk to everyone. And I'm like, oh, that's funny. And then I see Dion. He's like getting some eggs or toast or something.
And she goes, "Good morning." I thought she was talking to the employees at first because of how excited she was to say good morning to me. Then I figured out she was talking to me. So I'm like, "Oh, hello. Good morning." And then she got talking.
Yeah, she's like, "Where are you guys from?" And we're like, "Oh, Canada." And she's like, "Oh, I'm from Scotland."
She's like, "No offense, but I could tell you're gay." No offense.
No, she's like. So I heard your voice. I know. She's like, "I heard your voice. I know you guys are gay." I'm like, "What?"
Like Rita's. I'm like, so she kept going, "No offense." I'm like, if there's nothing offensive about it, like just say, "Are you gay?"
Yeah, she's like, "I could tell by the voice, you're gay, is right." I'm like, "Oh my god, Rita." I'm like, "What would make you think that, girl?"
And she's like, "So what are you into?" "Probably drag clubs."
She's like, "Go to this drag club, Zigzag. It's amazing." Blah blah blah. And we're like, "Okay." She's like, "But at midnight, they kick everyone that's straight out."
And
I'm
she
like,
thought we'd be happy about that or something because she kept on
Yeah, she was
reiterating
like,
like,
'cause she kinda-
at midnight, straight's gotta go.
and she paused for a reaction. I'm like,
Oh.
Sly. I was like, "Oh."
In my head, I'm like, that doesn't sound like the gay community. We're pretty inclusive.
And I wanted to be like, "Wait, so did they kick you out or not?" Like, I wanted to know if she was one of us or not.
Yeah, me too.
We still don't know. And she kind of lied because she was like,
That was
she's
weird.
like, "So how long are you guys here for?" We're like, "Oh, it's our first day." And she's like, "Oh, I've been here for 2 weeks. I'm ready to go home." And we're like, "Oh, okay." And she's like, "Yeah, I'm leaving today." And we're like, "Okay."
Okay, cool. The next 3 days when we walk through the lobby, she's there.
She was in the lobby for the next 3 days.
We go to the ATM outside. She's there. We go to the laundry across the street. She's there. We're like, "Lady, do you live here?" And you're pretending to live in the lobby of this hotel.
And she's like, hi, boys." We're like, "Hi."
She also recommended the private tour to the Big Buddha.
Oh, yeah.
So my theory is she lives in Thailand and she
Gets
works the lobby
commissions.
and gets commission. Like there's something going on. Because
Some
when we caught her,
sense.
when we saw her outside on the streets, she looked a little taken back. Like her cover was blown.
She was like, "Oh shit." I'm like, "Girl, isn't your flight today?"
But bless her telling us to take the private tour because I would have died on that 6-hour hike up the hill.
Because in my list, I had hike up to the Big Buddha. I didn't know it was a 6-hour hike. And then Dion said about the tour. So we're like, we got the tour and this cute little private bus. It was like a party bus.
So sick.
Just for us two, drove us up the hill. And like, as we're driving up, I'm like seeing all these people just walking in the hill. They're like, and I'm like, yeah.
We're
really
vibing to my
into
album in
that.
the bus. We're vibing to TTPD. The driver's stick looked like a good time. You'll see more in my vlog.
Parenthesis, go pre-save, pre-order Dion's new album.
Heyo. It comes out June 14th, guys. It's like, what, 20 days
And
away?
get the physical copy, y'all. And then we get to the Big Buddha, and it was gorgeous. It's like in this high viewpoint of Puket. And then
we see one monkey and we're like, "Oh my god, they said there'd be monkeys. We saw a monkey."
yeah, I was very excited for the monkeys. I saw a little monkey running. I'm like, "Oh my god, it's true. They have monkeys."
Then Seb goes, "Wait, what are all those people looking at over there?" And we go to look and there's thousands of monkeys.
Like a whole Planet of the Apes
Literally
situation.
My heart started pumping. I was getting throwbacks to 28 days
And
later.
they're like all like,
oh my god.
kind of far away at first. They're all like just chilling by. We're like, "Oh my god, monkeys, monkeys!" And I think one of them made eye contact with one person or something.
And jumped up on the railing.
Yeah.
And then another one jumped up on the railing.
And you're like, "Oh my god, cute." And you're like, "Oh, that's kind of close, but cute." And Dion's already like with a
Backing
bad
up.
finger.
Yeah, after the finger incident, I'm like, girl, there's no more. I can't do them. There's signs everywhere saying these monkeys bite. So I'm like, let's get away. There's this one guy like, the monkey's here. He's like, "Oh, it's
Take
over
a
his shoulder."
photo.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, take a photo." I'm like, "You fucking idiot! That monkey's gonna eat your face."
And Dion's
then-
like already halfway across the place.
Oh, I'm ready to leave the Big
But I'm
Buddha. We haven't
recording
even
it.
we haven't even gone up to the Buddha yet, and I'm like, "Fuck these monkeys."
I'm recording it because I'm like, well, if somebody's gonna get attacked,
Yeah,
it's gonna
sometimes Seb
be a
puts a
good
vlog
TikTok.
first, and I'm like, "No, Seb, your life comes first." Seb's like, vlog in the ER with your finger. It's good for the vlog." And I'm like, right, okay.
Well, yeah,
I'm
that
not
was
thinking about the vlog, sorry.
I was, like he was walking with his finger bleeding, and I'm like, "Do you want to vlog it?" Like, I feel like it's a good storyline for the vlog because then like if not, you always forget to vlog the good parts.
The good parts,
Like
yes.
not you, but like I always forget to vlog the good parts.
Right,
So
it's like a reality show. You need the drama.
And I'm always like, oh my god, I should have vlogged that.
Fair. I think it's like ABF. Always be filming. Like when I was creating my album in the studio, it's gonna be like a little docu one day because I literally filmed like from the first day I started in the studio, not knowing what I was doing, to finishing it. And then so this one monkey comes and jumps up on this guy's bag, and Seb's trying to get the vlog.
And the guy's not letting go of the bag. It's just a plastic bag with a water bottle.
Winging it around.
And the guy's protecting it as if it's like a suitcase full of money. He's
like, stupid.
And the monkey's like, and I'm like recording. I'm like, hi. I'm like slowly backing away.
And I'm quickly backing away.
And he was like,
I'm like, Seb, all the way back over here.
And he was like, Seb, Sebastian, come here. I'm like, girl, relax.
I was giving
the government name.
I was giving from She's the Man, Sebastian.
Yeah, and I'm like hiding. Like literally, there's like 10 people in front of me. So if the monkeys all decided to attack, they would attack them first.
Yes, but Seb finally comes over to me for me being like, get over here. He's like, don't worry, I had human shields.
Yeah, there was plenty of human shield. But then the monkeys went away because this guy came with a little, what's it called, slingshot, and scared them away.
Yes. Then our driver the next day was like, oh yes, if you go to the monkeys again, bring a slingshot. It's necessary.
Yeah, who knew? But because they're scary. Like, we got some snacks when we were walking out of the place, and we're like, oh my god, yeah, it's good that we didn't get the snacks with the monkeys, ha. And as we're laughing, we look up at this roof,
and the monkey locks eyes with us.
2 monkeys just locking eyes with us, and we're like,
and you can feel it. Like the second they lock eyes, you're like, oh, they're gonna get me.
Yeah, they start walking with you, and you're like, ah. So we ran.
I ran because I was like, it's either run or I'm gonna lose my Pringles, and I wanted my Pringles.
Yeah, we wanted the Pringles.
So that was fun, but then going up to the Big Buddha was really magical. We got to write our names.
I know.
On a plaque that's gonna go like inside of it. We got to write our names on these little like gold leaves that are like for like manifesting or whatever you want it to be for.
It's just so gorgeous, like everything.
Very magical.
And I really like how they build these temples and like use nature with them, like how there were some trees that they were like tied things around the trees, and the tree grows and it's like mixed with that. I thought that was really cute.
And how they always incorporate like the viewpoint, like these temples are built in like such beautiful areas,
because it kind of gives it like the sacredness of the beautiful place.
And is that why they're the Buddha's like the highest point, because it gives it that significance?
I think so.
So cool.
It's like the enlightenment or something. But I thought it was really gorgeous.
It was so magical. Like you really do feel the energy that's been put into the creation of the statue itself.
Yeah.
And then like what the significance it holds to the culture. It's really special.
And then after, was that the first night? Yeah, that was the first time that we went to Bangla Road.
Oh my lord, Bangla Road.
So I was like, we got back, and I was like, we got back.
And Bangla Road was...
We got back, and I was like, oh, Dion, I heard about this road where we are. Because I didn't know we were staying, like, where our hotel was is, like, kind of like the party area of Puket. Because Puket is really big. It's a big island.
Just project a little.
Phuket, no, because it's here, so it's good. Puket is a really good big island, so she's huge, honey. But then there was this road that's called Bangla Road, and they know it for it to be like crazy walking area where there's like all these parties, all these clubs, all these vendors. So I'm like, oh, we have to check it out, Dion. It's at night, and we did.
Yes, this lady walks up to Seb and starts ferociously licking her lips as she grabs your ass.
And I'm like, oh.
So and that happened.
Because we were walking like in kind of like these outfits, like tank top, shorts, big boobs, skinny waist. Who can tell? I'm kidding. No, but we look cute. And then
like 6'5", just fun.
As we're walking to the place, the people outside in the massage place are like, "Sexy boy, massage." And we're like, "Stop it!" They tell it to everyone.
Yeah. They were hyping us up.
Yeah, I'm like, "Stop it, honey."
And then the next person goes, like you're in Grand Theft Auto. BB gun shooting. 3 seconds later, in your ear, K. Crack, what do you need? You're like, nothing, sir. I don't need your drugs.
I was so overstimulated in the street. Like there's music in every single bar. There's like 80 bars in one street. music coming out.
And do you remember the one guy coming up
dancing.
to you and he opens his book and you're like, ah!
Yeah, there's this one guy coming up, and we didn't even go in the peak of the night. We were like kind of early, so it wasn't that packed. But we were walking, and this guy comes with a big
Catalog.
carpet, and he goes the catalog. He goes, he opens it up, and it's like boobs, like some girl
And
boobs.
Seb, it was like a jump scare in the movie theater.
Yeah, and I'm like, ah! And I'm like, yeah, boobs. And then you hear like in your ear, they're like cocaine, blah blah, and you're just like
Too much. I'm like,
it was so.
holy shit. And in Shanghai, the night markets like went on and on and on. So I was like, oh my God, like how long is this street going to be? Thankfully, it's not that long.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, I see the end. Let's keep moving.
I feel like it's a really cool street, and I feel like it's nice. Like if we were like wanting to,
Wild how people were bringing their babies to that street.
yeah, there was like families bringing like just carrying their babies through the street. I'm like, I don't think know if there's need to carry the babies. Sorry for the noise, y'all. We're in a pier.
But yeah, like that's just the last street I would bring my child.
Yeah, right. Like it's like I feel like it's a fun street if you're like grown ups. If you want to party, if you want to dance, like even if we just wanted to dance and not drink, we could have gone there.
But if you do go there, make sure
Like
if you're
stay
partying,
vigilant.
Yeah, keep your wits about you.
Wear these little
Because-
bags, like these little bags that we got from
Uniqlo, baby.
Uniqlo. Have
They're
like our
incredible.
lifesavers, and you carry them like in the front of your body,
like a
so
little
nobody
kangaroo
can
pouch.
pickpocket you. Always keep your phone in your bag.
But I'm saying stay vigilant because, you know, the drunker you get, the less aware you are of prices. So if you're trying to like, you know, save your coin on Bangla Road specifically, they'll be like charging $1,000 for a Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
1,000 baht. So yeah, if you don't have that coin to blow on a Coca-Cola, read the menu.
Yeah, and also stay safe because you never know like about drugs or anything
100%.
anywhere in the world. Really.
Exactly. But yeah, if it's a busy street like in New York, Times Square, like
Miami.
just watch your five eyes.
But we were saying that this road didn't feel unsafe. Like even no matter like even like the drug thing and everything, like it felt so like no, I didn't feel threatened by
Exactly.
anyone.
Like there's just an energy about it where even though there's like madness ensuing, everyone's there to like give everyone a good time.
Yeah, even like the people selling the drugs, I didn't feel like they were gonna stop me. They were just like, okay, no, okay.
Because they're on the drugs.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, okay, no, thank you, and you just keep walking. And like, I feel like that's why there's so many families and everything, because it's like everyone just feels safe.
Yeah. Like we were in this cab, which we'll get into, but the cab driver said Thailand's a land of smiles, and I really feel that.
Yeah, like literally everyone is just smiling all the time. They're all willing to help you out, which we have to get into that too. It's like if you're coming to Thailand or anywhere in the world, it's like you're coming as
Oh
a
my
guest.
God, I was about to fight someone.
So obviously, like if you don't know the language, like English, a lot of people in the world know English, but not everyone. So you never just assume that everyone just knows English.
and just like service workers treat them with respect.
Yeah, we're
Period.
like eating at this place, and these two guys that are not from Thailand coming screaming at the like in English, asking questions about the food in the restaurant, and the girls are like replying to them, and the guys are like, "No, I asked this, and we're like, and
It's
she's
wild.
replying to them.
And the way they were speaking to them, and then they're like, I want this. I said no cheese.
No, he's like, extra cheese. How much for extra cheese? And she's like, she's not understanding what he's saying. And he's like, oh. And he grabs his translator. And I'm like, yeah, girl, like from the beginning, translate on your phone and don't talk to people like that. Like, especially,
Like literally screaming at them.
yeah, because it's not their fault. You don't know the language. Like, I'm
Yeah,
never going to
it's
get
so
mad at
disrespectful.
someone for not knowing, for me not knowing the language they speak in their home country. Like, that's
Exactly.
just stupid.
It's beyond. It's just like such a narcissistic, selfish viewpoint of the world. Like
Yeah.
thinking everything revolves around you.
And thinking everyone needs to know English or everyone needs, it's like, no, bitch, like,
It's not about you.
because you have to remember you're a guest in the country, so you respect it. Yeah,
100%. So yeah, we had that moment. I was like turning to the guy, like
yeah.
giving him
Dion was
death
like,
eyes.
I'm gonna say something. I'm like, let's just not.
I was waiting for the waiter to go back to their table so I could go up to her and be like, here's a tip. No one should be spoken to like that. But unfortunately she wasn't around their table, so I didn't get to serve my little shade.
But that was a different night. But the night of Bangla Road,
We
oh.
did a little also run on the beach, which Seb was like, do you want to run on the beach? And I was like, this place is so hot, but yes, we'll try. And it was I'm so happy we did.
Yeah, because
Vibe was amazing.
it's so nice to run on the beach. Like you sweat everything out, and then it's like you're taking all the scenery. Because also we hadn't gotten like a very sunny day.
Exactly.
Because it was kind of like it's the rain season. The rain season is starting in Thailand, so there's like less sunny days this week.
And it rains. It comes down.
Yeah,
the
it's
thunder
so
is crazy.
I love it.
And the Patong Beach is like, it's giving like Miami Beach, but like cooler. So cool. So Seb and I are running down the beach. A fan from Russia paparazzis us.
Yeah.
Says like films us and then later tags it on stories. And I'm like, oh my God, we got paparazzi.
Which is crazy because I'm kind of psychic because we were running shirtless by the beach. And then this one girl, she was like, ooh, hi, hotties, or something. And as a joke, I went to Dion. I'm like, oh my God, I love our fans. They're so respectful. They keep their boundaries or something. And then we see that video, and I'm like, oh my God.
Here's here.
Hey, Queen from Russia, thank you for capturing that moment.
Yeah, truly.
Love you.
We love you. Sending all the
Hope
best.
you're having the best time in Puket. but
we saw the Manarios of Puket. He had a goatee.
Oh, you're bad.
he had a goatee. The abs weren't, as abby as Menorius, but he was giving that vibe.
But because we ran into him the day before.
Okay, yeah, in the rain, he was walking shirtless, and we were like, whoa.
And we were like, who's up, Mon?
Then we stumbled on him in the beach.
And the next day at the beach, we're like, wait. I go like, Dion, that's the man.
And then we're running, so we run past him. We get a little view, and we notice he looks back.
And we are walking in the same direction.
Yes.
Like
we weren't like stalking.
Yeah.
But we're like, he looks back. Then
we're like,
leaves.
Slow down.
we go to take pictures by this rock, and then he comes back.
Yeah, he comes back, and he kind of is staring, and I'm like, oh, Dion, he's back.
Like, oh, it's a cruiser.
And then we're like, then we keep on running, and then we bump into him again.
And we're like,
oh my God,
what's happening? We walk
happening?
directly past him on the street, and he goes like this. I'm like, oh, I don't think he's straight. Then I see his earring. I'm like, oh, I don't think he's straight.
Which is like, was it a left or right earring pierced?
It was like up here. It was left.
Remember when that was a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember when I was a kid, people were like, someone was like, oh, I want to pierce my ear. And they're like, just don't do the left one.
Well, it was the left.
Or something. And I was like,
we were wanted.
Oh. No, but I was like, because I feel like, yeah, like gays, there's no more tells.
No, not anymore.
Except for the voice, if you ask our Scottish friend.
Well, not even that. It's all stereotypes.
No, yeah.
But at the end of the day, I was getting the vibe.
Yeah, but no, I feel like years ago it was easier because people would be like, oh, I got my ear pierced. You know what that means, but now you never know.
So we had a little Barb and Star moment, feeling our fantasy. We're like, oh, he's checking us out. This is great. Zaddy wants us, which was cute. And we kind of like, that took about 20 minutes of our time. We were
like, oh my God, we still got it. Okay. And then we just walked back home.
Yep. It was good. It was fresh. That was beautiful. What else did we do?
Oh my God, we went to Old Phuket town.
Oh my, you have to go to Old Phuket if you're in Phuket. I'm really glad we did. It was like giving Mexico vibes again.
Yeah, it's so gorgeous because that's what I really like about Phuket, because it's like where we were staying, you get like city vibes, like party city, like Miami vibes.
Party
then
city.
We went to party city, like party
city, but also party
vibes.
With the wigs.
City vibes, party city vibes with the wigs.
The beach.
The beach was giving Miami vibes.
Restaurants were banging here.
Yeah, the restaurants were really cute. So many like different types of food that I was dying.
I think some of the best food we've had this trip. And Old Phuket had the best.
Yeah, and then we went to Old Phuket, and Old Phuket was giving like historic, like San Miguel vibes.
And then really also a lot of like modern architecture. And yeah, like interior design was flawless.
That restaurant we went to, it was so good, and it was like in this old little house, and they were saying that, yeah, the charm, and it's like inspired by making you feel like you're what?
Like you're staying at a friend's house in Thailand.
Yeah, and it was like wow, the warmth, the charm, and the food was delicious. It was like Thai food.
Oh, the tom yum soup was insane.
Yeah,
insane.
The curry was delicious. The drinks.
What's the bread called? Not naan.
Roti.
Roti was I don't know. It was just
We
like
ate.
it was like almost like a deep fried roti.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
good.
yeah. We've been eating so good at Puket because the Cappadocia too.
My
Ooh,
I
if
wish
you
we
want
went
like
back.
turkey
But Seb's
food.
stomach started acting up.
Yeah, I had kind of like a Thai belly moment for like one day.
Yeah.
I woke up and I was having diarrhea attacks, and I was like, oh my god.
So we didn't go back to Cappadocia, but that was Turkish food, right?
Yeah.
And oh my god, Turkish chicken slaps, baby.
Yeah.
Slaps.
It was really
It's the
good.
best chicken I've ever had in my life.
And the hummus too.
Oh,
And the cheese fingers. Ooh,
Wow.
Turkish food is really good. And then I got Turkish coffee. I didn't like that because it was so strong. I was like, oh,
thick.
Yeah, maybe that's what gave me
But
diarrhea.
the process how they make it is cool. Like it's like in the hot sand.
Yeah, in the sand.
And so we're going back from Old Phuket, and the driver was lovely. He's like on his translate, having a whole conversation with us, and he starts talking about how he loves. He recommended this one restaurant to us that like a lot of famous singers go to. So I'm like, oh, we make music. We start playing him our music. He's like, oh my god, I mean it.
He's
from the
like,
bottom of
sing
my
for
heart.
me.
Y'all are amazing. Yeah, I sang Your Love.
Yeah.
I sang Your Love for him.
He was so nice.
He was so cute, and he's like, I love to make people smile, and the best part he's the one who told us that it's a land of smiles, and it was like 40-minute drive, and the whole time we're having this conversation through Google Translate.
We're like tapping on our phone,
experience.
Google Translate. He's tapping on his. We're like tapping on ours. Which at first my phone was translating on, like where you could put audio, but then
Yeah.
it stopped working, and I felt bad telling him to read my
While
driving.
driving.
I'm like, here, that's what we said, and he's like,
He's
driving
holding
and
it by
reading
the
it.
wheel, so he can.
But it was so
safely drive while
nice.
reading. I'm like, oh my lord.
It was such a nice interaction, and it's like proves that like you can connect with anyone.
It does, and it's an experience I wish so many more ignorant motherfucking Americans had, because you just need to go and see the world to get out of your perspective.
Yeah,
And like I'm an open-minded person, so I don't need to do that. But like, there's a lot of ignorant motherfuckers in this world who really could use a wake-up call by seeing the rest of the world.
a lot of people would be scared here of that.
But that's the thing. There's nothing to be scared of.
No,
Like
no,
if
yeah.
if you're not being a fucking idiot.
I was quoting Rose. I wasn't saying people would
Yeah,
be
yeah.
scared here, but yeah.
But yeah, if you're not being a fucking idiot and asking for trouble, you're good to go. So stop being ignorant and being like, oh, that place is dangerous. No.
Yeah, because I feel like what I've been saying about Thailand is like I've felt so safe here, like since the moment we got here, and it's like you see it in the streets too. Like people like leave their scooters with their keys on.
Yeah.
They go to the store, and I'm always like, my Mexican mentality is like, bitch, somebody's gonna steal that scooter. But that's just like, because I'm from Mexico. But here, they don't even care. They're like, at the cars, they leave them on. I'm like, wow, like, it's really a very safe country. And I feel like it's very, like, community thought based. So it's like, why would I do something bad to you?
It's gonna come back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so refreshing. I think it comes all the way down to how people here say thank you. Like the bowing of the head, I love doing it because it is so refreshing to show people that little bit of respect.
Yeah.
And it's that creates like this whole culture that we're talking about. And in
It's kinda
America,
like-
you can't even get a fucking thank you or a sorry.
Yeah, because it's like, it's saying like, hey, like I'm not better than you, like I'm the same as you.
Exactly.
And it's like that's what everyone in the world is. But a lot of people have this mentality that, oh, I'm better than you because I'm white, rich, blah blah. And it's like, girl, shut up.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Like the divisiveness, it's so necessary, and we all would be happier without it.
Mhm.
And that's what I don't get. Like people in positions of power with this mentality, it's like they think it's making them happier or something. I don't know, but it's
because
not.
it keeps them comfortable in their statue,
In their comfort zone.
Yeah, their comfort zone.
Comfort zone
Streaming.
dropping June 14th, baby.
And let's talk about the music. See,
We need to get into it.
So our last episode, we kind of hinted.
Yeah.
We have time. We can make it a lot longer. We
Oh,
have
yeah. It's 12? Oh, sweet.
12:52.
Okay.
We have
Wait,
20 minutes.
Okay. So let's
which
get into
we
the
will
tea.
dive fast.
Let's get into the tea.
Our last episode we hinted about Billie Eilish like messing with Tay Voodoo, and literally over this past week we've seen that it messed up with her.
Yep.
She keeps like talking about her in interviews and everything, and then she realized that she wasn't gonna get #1 after releasing her new album, and she went crazy.
Literally, it's just too much. I was saying, like, it's so toxic, this idea that you have to get #1 in the first week. An example, Lizzo's music, her album that blew up and made her career, blew up like 5 years after it dropped. like Seb said, like in the 80s, like artists would be fighting for number one for a track they released like a year ago.
Yeah, it's
because
like,
it's not about being the first week. What the fuck is that?
'Cause I feel
nobody
like-
even heard, like half of the world won't hear your song in the first week.
because I feel like now people are so obsessed with being number one, and they're like, oh, like I'm gonna release an album, I'll get number one the first week, of course. And it's like it's not like you have to get it, like you have to get it, like earn it. And she was like, also she made these comments like, oh, I hate these chart obsessed artists. I don't get why people are so obsessed with charting, blah blah. And then this past week she's released slowed version of her whole album, sped up version of her whole album,
Hypocrite, for sure.
isolated version of her whole album. She discounted the album. She went to sign copies in Walmart. She did that. I'm like, girl, somebody is chart obsessed for real.
And we're not gonna take Billie's like not getting number one and discredit Taylor's success and talent and say that Taylor's manipulating charts. No, Taylor released an incredible album with 30 tracks. So with her following that she's built through over 12 albums, of course she's going to get number one because she is putting out quality music. Like Billie Eilish's album was 10 songs. It's only her third studio album.
Yeah.
So her fucking entitlement is so obvious. Like, you are not
Yeah.
entitled to number one, ma'am. Do not be pitting against other artists and taking away their credit. Taylor has earned that ability to know that, like Lady Gaga, when her music drops, her fans are going to be there.
Yeah.
Billie, you may have fans that are going to be there for you, but if you don't get number one for it, that's not your time to go and tear other artists down.
And also, it's like Taylor is doing her job because she can care about her chart positions without it being like, oh, you're
That's what I was gonna
bullying a
say.
22-year-old. Like, no, she's
Learn
not
the word
bullying
bullying.
anyone.
Learn
She's
the
not-
definition.
she's doing her job. Like, do people say this about men?
No.
Do people say, oh,
exactly.
this man needs to stop shining and stop succeeding so that he can let another man win? It's like, no. And people on
And
Twitter are like,
we're gonna learn the word sabotage as well.
yeah,
we're gonna learn the
They're like,
definition.
she's sabotaging Billie. It's like, no, she's not. She's
No.
literally doing herself.
She's releasing music. It has nothing to do with if Billie or Beyonce or whoever releases music at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, literally, you're just negating the success of a female artist.
And then Billie just keeps shading. Like, she was like, oh, no, I'm not going to do a tour that's 3 hours long. It's 3 hours long. Nobody wants to see that. I would never go to a tour that's 3 hours long. It's like, literally, Beyonce and Taylor Swift both have tours that are 3 hours long and people are seeing. So why are you hating? Because she knows that it's going to get attention.
Imagine
She wants to be so alternative. Like, so like, ooh, I'm so different.
So out of
It's like,
touch.
girl.
Like, imagine working on a novel, okay? You work on a novel for 3 years. You're at the height of your career. You have so many fans. And then your fans or the fans of another big novelist start saying, oh, you can't release your novel right now because this person's about to release their novel.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that have to do with me and my novel, bestie?
Or it's like, oh, you can't promote your novel that you released a month ago because this person is releasing a novel now. It's like,
that doesn't make
that
sense.
doesn't make sense.
It's just completely reaching at straws.
And it's just like, and then it's also like you can admit that you care about charts instead of pretending you don't, and then
and
doing
using
all
Taylor's name to
this.
get tracked. She thought that this would get her PR, but sorry to say, but not all PR is good PR. When you're
Yeah.
tearing down somebody who has this cult following, like Taylor's following is so strong because
Tay Voodoo
they
had it.
love the work. The art speaks for itself. So Billie, maybe work on your art instead of being this way.
And because also she's like been in this industry for 15 years.
Exactly.
So it's like, don't compete with someone that's been here for 15 years. Compete with someone that's been here for 3 albums.
Exactly.
And she like
Like Dua Lipa, for example. Do you see Dua Lipa causing all this ruckus because her third studio album didn't get number one for as long as she wanted? No.
And it's
because what?
like-
Because Dua's gonna go, and she's gonna go. It means I need to make another better album.
Yeah.
Just like Taylor did.
Which also it doesn't matter because she's still like people are still enjoying Dua's album and everything. It's like you don't have
Exactly.
to get number one or everything. It's like it's about the art, right?
Your success is not defined by how others define work.
yeah.
Your success is not defined by a number one spot. You could get 2 streams. I could get 2 streams on my album. That will never define my success. I made a debut album by myself. That is something I will always be proud of, and no one can take that away, and no numbers or views define my success. Period. That is how it works.
Exactly. Hattie.
And then we're gonna go into that as a bridge to independent artists. Billie and like apparently other artists have done this too with their labels, where they're paying Spotify, and Spotify is automatically playing their tracks which is
after
direct
any track.
stream
Like you
manipulation.
if you play like a Taylor Swift track and click next, then it's Billie Eilish's new song.
Which is direct stream manipulation. It's stream farming. It's creating unattainable stream numbers for artists, especially independent artists. And then, as you guys may know, I had all my catalog removed from Spotify because I was told by Spotify and my distributor, which is a online distributor called DistroKid, which is literally, these are the only ways that independent artists can get their music out there right now. And the only way we can thrive is using these streaming systems that are working against us. So there needs to be a whole system reroute. But the point is that these huge artists with labels are allowed to pay to manipulate the charts and manipulate their streams. But if I get added into a playlist by some random person who goes, oh, I like this song, I'm going to add it in a playlist, and Spotify deems it as a bot playlist, I get blamed as the artist, even though it's out of my control, and my stuff gets taken off the platform. My hard work. So independent artists can't pay for promo, can't get free promo or any word of mouth promo without having their art literally canceled off the platform. But these artists can do that. It should be illegal. It's like, it seems fucking disgusting to me, and it's ruining what matters. What matters is the community of the art. What matters is the music, and everyone is getting so focused on this stream bullshit because the media is the message. These platforms like Spotify are manipulating how the music industry works, and it's fucking up everything.
And also, like, Billie's team got caught because Billie's team organized this like stream party, and then a few hours later they tweet, oh, hey, we're sending $5 to everyone to get the album because it was discounted in the iTunes store for $5. So she's like, who wants $5? We're sending them out to everyone so they can buy the album, which is like illegal for the charts.
Allegedly. Do we know if it's
manipulating? Legit? I'm pretty sure, but let's say allegedly.
Right.
And it's like, girl, like, so much, you're like literally compromising so much of your artistry just for this chart. And you're like showing how chart obsessed you are, and where the whole time she's like pretending to be this underdog that doesn't care about charts, doesn't care about blah, blah, and it's like all you keep doing is shading Taylor. Yeah. Her manager is liking tweets about shading Taylor. She's saying that long albums are stupid, long tours are stupid, diaristic songs are stupid. It's and like, just why can't you just focus on your work?
Yeah, exactly. Like, realize this is all smoke and mirrors. Like, Billie is trying to market herself as like an artist who's like up and coming. She's young, and she just, and people being like, oh, Taylor's like a 40-year-old. How old is Taylor?
32.
Yeah. Taylor's 32 years old.
34.
Taylor's 34, and she's taking like this great successful moment away from Billie. Like, no, the two things are not correlated. And Billie is such a successful artist. She's not some up and coming indie artist that she's trying to paint herself out to be.
And
that
Taylor
her team is trying to paint herself out to be. She just got a Grammy for being in the Barbie movie.
And Taylor has worked her ass off to be where she is.
Exactly.
To get the recognition she wants.
So age and shit has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, Billie's 22 years old. That's a grown adult. That's not a child. Because people are like, a 22-year-old girl getting bullied by a 40-year-old woman. It's like, no, girl.
And
it's a business.
It's not like it's her first album to see success. And people are like, come on, let Billie have this one. She's worked so hard and she's finally getting her flowers. No, Billie's had her flowers. So stop. Like, you guys, some people just buy into the marketing scheme so easily. And you're not questioning, critically thinking about, why am I being painted this picture of this person? Because Billie wants to be seen as this quirky artist, blah, blah, and hold on to that thing that got her success in the first place. Well, that's not the reality anymore. So if you're going to play with the big games, get ready to be served.
Yeah, it's like, you knew Taylor was going to be number one for a while. Mm-hmm. Then don't release. Like, I think the thing here is like, her label really wanted to say, oh, we got a number one over Taylor. And it's like, maybe it just can't happen right now. That's okay, because Taylor is really, like, she's really big right now, and I don't think anyone can overtop her on the charts, and that's okay. Like, it doesn't matter. Your work, like, she's making it seem like her 300,000 sales are bad because she didn't get number one. It's like, no, like, that's still a really good number, but all this clownery that you've been doing makes it seem like it's not worth it.
Yep. Stop diminishing the success of an artist like Taylor just because she's at the top right now and she's female.
And diminishing your own work by doing that.
Yeah. So. Like, you have to give her flowers. She is, success-wise, following-wise, the amount of fans who show up for her wise, the literal current success comparison of Michael Jackson. So give her fucking flowers.
How can you say it? Nobody wants to see a 3-hour show when there's 93,000 every night
Yeah.
wanting to see a 3-hour long show.
It speaks for
93,000
itself. People are just so upset with seeing her do so well. That has something to do with the people that are upset about it. You're bothered, stay bothered. It's not going to change.
And also, it's like, stop making these female, like, women artists, like, seem like they're always fighting against each other. Because it's like,
Yeah, it's so exhausting.
like, you don't have to pit them against each other. You can just say, okay, Billie is doing this. Because with the art, like, male artists, nobody's doing this. Nobody's saying, oh, this male artist needs to stop sabotaging. It's like, no, everyone's just doing themselves.
And again, what does it do to the art when it's always about the drama?
Yeah.
The drama is not fucking what's important. Like, this fabricated drama, if it's real, like, issues happening, sure, talk about it. But fabricated drama for sales, literally, what does that have to do with the most important thing, which is you hear a song that impacts your life in a positive way?
Yeah. So shame on you, Billie Eilish.
Get
Shame
yourself
on all of
together. Tay Voodoo.
Yeah, Tay Voodoo. And also, like, as we know, if you aim at the devil, make sure you don't miss. Don't mess with Taylor Swift, because you're gonna miss. And right now, like, she is at a point where whenever you try to mess with her, Tay Voodoo will get you. So just don't. It's not worth it.
Exactly.
On that
note, I self-produced, self-written everything, my album. It's yours June 14th. I can't wait for you guys to hear it. I really hope you like it.
Love y'all so much. Shout out to the Rainbow Clown Besties.
Hey, yo, over on
You're
patreon.com/sebasdion. You're amazing. Go
Shout
give
out
us 5 stars wherever you listen to podcasts. It really does help us out. Shout out to
the Monetized Besties. We love you.
Yes, we do. And our Sebasdion
Collectors. Love you, Manny.
If you want to see all the perks, go over to patreon.com/sebasdion. And we'll see you
next time. Bye.
Bye.
I'm a homie being sus, brains up. Does he know I noticed? Does he want some? Call my homie being sus, don't get caught. Tell us girl we're just chilling while I take